All right, we are on lesson 4.4, pages 233 and 234. We're just going to do 2 problems on each one. And it's doing the same thing that we did in the last lesson where we're talking about are they equivalent or are they not. But it's now applying it to word problems. Okay, so on problem number 2 on page 233, a kid is making a bracelet. These kids make lots of bracelets. I don't know why they continuously do this one, but they're making a bracelet again. And somebody uses 5 red ones to every 3 yellow ones. And another kid uses 9 red beads to 6 yellow beads. And they want to know if that is an equivalent ratio to each other. So I'm just going to do a times 2 and a times 3. I'm going to do 5 times 2, 10. 3 times 2, 6. 5 times 2, 3, 9. Okay, we're going to do the same thing over here. 9 times 2, 18. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18. 9 times 3, 27. And then you just have to look. Are any of these ratios identical? None of them are identical, so it is a non-equivalent ratio. Okay, number 4, these 2 kids took tests. One kid got 4 out of 5 questions right, and the other kid got 8 out of 10 questions right. Again, just putting a times 2 and a times 3. If I need to, I can go further, but for right now, I'm just going to do this. And I can see that this one and this one are identical. I didn't even have to do the bottom one. And so yes, they are equivalent ratios. They both made the same grade on the test. They just had different amount of questions on the test. Now turning the page to 234, we're just going to do number 1 and number 2. On number 1, it says that we have these 4 ratios. 3 of them are equivalent and 1 of them is not. So if you want to just look at the numbers, see which ones get along. I want to pick this one. And I can see right off the bat that this rule is times 2 and this rule is times 2. I know that these 2 are equivalent. Now I have to just decide out of these 2, which one doesn't fit. I don't see anything really getting along with these. Yes, they are multiples of 5. I don't see any numbers getting along here. Let's try this one. 5 and 20, they get along. They follow the rule of times 4. How did I get from 5 to 20? I multiplied by 4. Does the rule apply to the top? Times 4. If both of the rules follow, then they're equivalent. The 7 does not follow the rule, so he's the one that is non-equivalent. Okay. On number 2, they're making pies. The first person uses a ratio of 18 cherries to 3 peaches. And the second person says, well, will it work with 21 cherries to 6? And what I would do, I see that 3 and 6, they get along. They're multiples of each other. How did I get from 3 to 6? I multiplied by 2. If I multiply that times 2, that doesn't work because I actually get 36, not 21. So this is not equivalent. All right, we are now moving on to your worksheet. You have to do number 1 and number 2 on your worksheet. Yes. And then on the back, you have to fill out the chart. So just do a times 2, a times 3, and a times 4. Okay, and then it's going to give you a different recipe, and it's gonna it's gonna either double the recipe or triple the recipe or quadruple the recipe. And then you just have to go straight down the column of the ingredients that you need. Okay, it sounds difficult. It's not as difficult as I'm making it sound. Just make sure that you do the times 2, times 3, and times 4 at the top, and it should make sense. And this is where I messed up. The next page that is in your booklet is this one that says 2-1 in the corner, okay? Unit rates compared to 1. I messed that up, okay? The one that you actually need, I think, is behind 4.6, and it's the one that says ratios, compare, quantities. This is the one you need, okay? Do this one. This one, put in a safe place. The one that says compare to 1, put it in a safe place. We'll do it in a couple of days. We're just not going to do it today. This is the one that you need to do today. I think the top is very self-explanatory. You can totally answer those questions. The only thing that you need to be worried about that I need to explain is the bottom. It says, Jim ran 24 miles of a marathon in 4 hours. You can find that. That is C. So you can put C here. However, you need to put the equivalent ratio that is in here as well. You need to see which one has the same labels, okay? Labels are super helpful. That will help you the most. Also, does it follow the same rule? If you multiply 4 on the top, do you multiply 4 on the bottom? And so you need to have 2 letters here, A, G, or C, D, for every single answer, okay? This goes along with lesson 4.4. It was my bad. Make sure that you have the ratios, compare quantities, okay? Be amazing. Have a great day.